Now, WLOX First Alert Weather with meteorologist Taylor Graham.
Let's go ahead and dive into what is now Tropical Storm Francine in the Gulf of Mexico. If you're just joining us, you may have not heard, but what was potential Tropical Cyclone 6 now has a name. It's Tropical Storm Francine. And as of 10 o'clock, we have winds near 50 miles per hour, moving fairly slowly to the north and northwest. And the hurricane hunter is still flying through the system, it looks like, gathering more information so that we can provide better forecasts with Francine over the next 48 hours. As of right now, Francine still expected to strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane by the end of Tuesday, possibly getting close to Cat 2 status before making landfall along the coast of Louisiana by Wednesday. We're getting a little more confident that's where landfall is going to be. However, still a little uncertain with where exactly in Louisiana it's going to make landfall. I will say if it takes a little bit more of that easterly track, that's going to bring more impacts for us in South Mississippi. And the cone represents where the center of the storm may travel. And you may notice here that the edge of the cone does pass through Pearl River County. So not out of the question that it could be right at our doorstep. On the flip side, there's still a chance it may be moving a little bit farther to the west. That would bring less impacts for us. But overall, the general trend has been showing this track moving just a bit farther to the east. So we are going to closely watch the system over the next 48 hours. As far as tropical storm and hurricane watches, they're covering the coast of Louisiana at this time. For now, we are not included in that. There's a possibility that if it takes a bit more of that easterly track, well, we could be under some sort of watch by the end of the day. We'll keep an eye out for that. That being said, we do have a storm surge watch that has been issued for southern Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. If it takes a bit more of that easterly turn, we could see surge of up to 2 to 4 feet in some of those low-lying areas. Heads up on that. And if you need to make any preparations to prepare for any of that coastal flooding or storm surge, today is the day to do it because the weather today not too bad. So let's look at our in-house model. This is Futurecast, and it does show the system wrapping up a little bit more by the end of Tuesday, approaching the coast of Louisiana by Wednesday, and we may start to see some of those outer rain bands throughout Wednesday morning into the afternoon and evening. That's when I expect to see some of the heavier rainfall if this track plays out. In addition to heavy rain, could see some spin-up tornadoes within the system, so we'll watch out for that closely. And then the rain begins to wrap up, it looks like, throughout the day on Thursday. So just a little bit of a closer view as we get into Wednesday morning. We may start to see some of those outer rain bands. Heavier rainfall expected as we get into Wednesday afternoon and evening, and then it does look like the worst of it will be moving out of the way by the end of Thursday. Not only could we see rain, but also, again, that coastal flooding or some storm surge is going to be possible. Winds are going to be picking up a good bit out of the east and southeast, and this latest run of Futurecast hinting there could be some gusts over 40 to 50 miles per hour. You may need to secure some loose items in your yard, and some of that wind will continue into Thursday morning. Once it's all said and done, 2 to 5 inches of rainfall, not out of the question here in South Mississippi. And if we get some of those heavier rain bands, that certainly could lead to flash flooding. So we see a slight to moderate risk of flooding rainfall on Wednesday. Also, if those rain bands linger into Thursday morning, can't rule out some additional flash flooding. So just keep tabs on that. All in all, please stick with us over the next 24 to 48 hours. We are going to closely watch if this track shifts a little bit more to the east, because that would bring more impacts for us. As of this time, landfall in Louisiana looking pretty likely by the end of Wednesday as a hurricane. Today and even tomorrow, good idea to just double check your hurricane supply kit, your preparation plans, in case the system does decide to move a little bit farther to the east. As for today, not too bad, 82. Currently in Gulfport at the airport, we have temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s right now. A few little spotty showers near Long Beach and Pass Christian, and we will keep a chance for a few of those spotty showers heading into the afternoon, especially along the coast. It's going to be warm and a little more humid today with highs in the mid to upper 80s. And if you have plans to take the boat out, things looking a little choppy out there, especially over the sound with seas at about 2 to 4 feet. And it does look like as of this morning, we have been in the thick of, high tide, we are coming up on low tide late this morning and into the afternoon. High tide will be happening overnight tonight. We did have high tide very early this morning. As for today and tomorrow, weather-wise, not too bad. There's a higher chance of seeing some showers tomorrow, but Wednesday and Thursday, those are going to be the days with the most impacts thanks to Francine, which is why we've issued those as alert days.